Anaya was a spirited woman with a kind heart and a love for the simple joys of life. From her early 20s, she dreamed of finding a partner who would share her laughter, support her ambitions, and grow with her through life. As years passed, Anaya saw her friends and cousins marry one by one. Weddings became frequent occasions, and with each one, her relatives' comments grew louder. "When will it be your turn?" they'd ask, sometimes playfully, other times with concern. By the time she turned 35, the murmurs had turned into outright pressure. Her parents, whom she adored, were especially worried. They approached her often with suggestions. "This family is wonderful," her father would say. "They have a son who's perfect for you." But none of the matches felt right to Anaya. She didn't want to marry for the sake of it, she wanted a connection that felt genuine. As she waited, she began to doubt. "Am I asking for too much?" she wondered during quiet nights. Still, she trusted her instincts and prayed for guidance. She poured her energy into her work, her hobbies, and her relationships with friends. She became a source of strength and inspiration to those around her, showing that a single life could be full of purpose and happiness. One evening, during a family gathering, Anaya's parents struck up a conversation with an old acquaintance they hadn't seen in years. They reminisced about their children and the lives they were leading. The acquaintance mentioned their son, Rohan, a 38-year-old architect who had recently returned to their hometown after spending years working abroad. "He's been focusing on his career, but now he's ready to settle down," they said. The description piqued her parents' interest. Without telling Anaya, they arranged for the families to meet informally. When Anaya learned of the plan, she was skeptical but agreed out of respect for her parents. "Let's see what happens," she thought, suppressing her doubts. The day of the meeting, Anaya met Rohan at her family home. He was warm, humble, and easy to talk to. Their initial conversation, which began with casual pleasantries, soon turned into a deep exchange of ideas and dreams. To her surprise, she felt a connection she hadn't experienced before. Rohan, too, was drawn to Anaya's authenticity and the life she had built. He admired her independence and how she had remained true to herself despite societal pressure. Over the next few weeks, they spent time getting to know each other, discovering shared values and dreams. Months later, Anaya and Rohan stood together on a beautiful evening, exchanging vows in the presence of their loved ones. As they began their life together, Anaya reflected on the years of waiting and uncertainty. "I used to wonder why it took so long," she told Rohan one evening. "But now I see it was all in God's timing. The wait taught me patience, and it brought me to you when the time was just right." Moral of the story: patience and trust in the timing of life can lead to outcomes more beautiful than we imagine. Sometimes, the wait isn't a delay, it's preparation for something extraordinary. Trust the journey, and believe that everything will fall into place when the time is right.